And New York Mets' playoff dreams are hanging by a thread, and Thursday night's loss to the Atlanta Braves might just be the tipping point. It's not just about losing. It's about how they're losing and what it means for their postseason hopes. As the clubhouse door swung open, a somber scene unfolded. Francisco Lindor, the team's star shortstop, was engaged in an intense conversation with a small group of players, while others sat dejectedly in their chairs. This was a stark contrast to the usual upbeat atmosphere, and it mirrored the subdued tone of manager Carlos Mendoza's post-game press conference. But here's where it gets even more disheartening. This wasn't just any loss. It was a 4-3 defeat that felt like a punch to the gut. Not only because of the loud boos from the 41,782 fans at Citi Field, but because it exposed the team's vulnerabilities at a critical moment. The night before, the Mets had suffered an embarrassing 11-6 loss to the same Braves, squandering a 6-0 lead in a rain-soaked mess. Yet Thursday's game stung more deeply. It was the first time many fans and analysts truly questioned whether this team could secure a playoff spot. And this is the part most people miss. The Mets had done almost everything right. A solid start from Kodai Senga, aggressive base running, and timely hitting, only to fall short due to their bullpen, the very unit they had strengthened at the trade deadline. Tyler Rogers and Ryan Helsley, key relievers, gave up crucial runs in the 6th and 8th innings, respectively. Helsley, in particular, expressed his frustration. "It sucks. You never want to be the reason your team loses." This loss wasn't just a statistical setback. It was a psychological blow, raising doubts about the team's ability to close out games when it matters most. On the surface, it was a close one-run loss, but in reality, it was a demoralizing defeat for a team teetering on the edge of the playoff picture. The Mets are currently clinging to the NL's last wildcard spot, just a half game ahead of the surging Reds. Lindor, despite his impressive performance, a home run, 2 singles, and a stolen base, acknowledged the team's struggle. "It's tough, but we stay together, we fight for each other." But here's the controversial part. Is this Mets team, with its $333 million roster, truly built for the postseason? Since June 13, they've lost 13 of 15 games and are 14 games under .500, 1933. Their starting rotation, once the best in MLB, has crumbled, with starters averaging just 4.45 innings per start and a 5.35 ERA over the last 51 games. Senga's strong performance on Thursday, where he pitched 5 2/3 innings with 7 strikeouts, felt like a glimmer of hope, but it was ultimately wasted. The Mets had the game in their grasp, taking leads in the 3rd and 6th innings, fueled by Lindor's homer and a pair of stolen bases, extending their franchise record to 36 straight. The bullpen, featuring Rogers, Helsley, and Edwin Diaz, was set to seal the deal. Yet, the very relievers brought in to secure victories failed, leaving fans and analysts alike questioning the team's strategy and resilience. Mendoza remains optimistic, stating, "There's too much talent. We just got to get through this." But with the Phillies losing to the Nationals and the Mets failing to gain ground in the NL East, time is running out. The team's 5.5-game division lead on June 12 seems like a distant memory, and their once promising October itinerary now looks uncertain. So what do you think? Is this Mets team capable of turning things around? Or is their postseason dream already slipping away? Are the bullpen struggles a fixable issue or a symptom of deeper problems? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Agree, disagree, or share your own take on what's plaguing this talented but underperforming squad.